Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. We are coming to you live from PAX Unplugged here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is day 3 of the con, last day, bringing you all the cool board game coverage throughout the weekend. But let's get some introductions out of the way. As usual, I'm Matt. Got my guest host down there at the end, Julie.
Hi, I'm Julie.
And we got our special guest right now. We got Elise. How you doing, Elise?
Hello, everyone. I'm great.
First off, how's the con treating you so far?
It's been exhausting, but fantastic as always. We love doing these shows. You don't ever get a minute to, get out and enjoy, but we love being here and meeting everyone and showing off our games. So
But that's always a good sign because that means people are really excited to see what you have. So.
Exactly.
So that's pretty awesome.
So let's get into it. What has Ironmark Games brought to show off today?
So this is our first game. We kickstarted it back in 2015. It's called San Ni Ichi. It is a super quick ninja card battle game. It has little trick-taking elements and is based off of a basic rock, paper, scissors mechanic where the elements beat each other. So in this case, fire is going to beat wood, water is going to beat fire, and then wood drinks up the water. So that is the basics of the elemental attacks. We're all going to start with a hand of 7 cards.
Okay.
And then we are going to place one in our selected card area, and we'll reveal at the same time. From here, we can now place on combat piles. So I would move this over to your pile, and then that starts combat. Anyone now can build upon that by following those elemental rules. So if you had this fire card, you can place it on top of the wood here in order to stack more damage. At the end of the round, whoever has the highest top card on their pile, so in this case, you would have that, you would take the entire pile as damage. At the end of the game, we're going to count up all those numbers, and whoever has the least amount of damage at the end of the game wins.
So it's actually golf score.
Yes.
I keep making that joke the entire time we're here. It's like lowest score wins, right?
Lowest score
I'm doing
wins.
so bad.
That means you got your butt kicked the least.
I like it.
A couple of cool things that you can do with these cards, though, is other than the basic attacks, is you can always place upon yourself. So say you had a really high top card and you're worried that it may take damage that round. You can place a lower card on top of your pile in order to try to mitigate some of that damage. If you're able to do that, you can then transfer that energy to another player, which is called countering. So if you place on top of yourself following that same element structure, you can then swipe it over to my combat pile, and now that battle goes to me.
Oh.
So it's a little more advanced, but it really helps move out some of that pile of damage. The third thing you could always do as well is just discard a card. Mm-hmm. Say this is your combat pile, and I have this one. It actually benefits you if I place this fire on top of your wood.
Right.
So I don't want to do that. We're ninjas. We're not here to help each other.
No.
So I can always just discard it and let you take that damage now.
Gotcha.
We're also going to be playing with a few specialized weapons because we can't just do it alone.
So let me show off some of these cards in the card cam for everyone. So this is one of the water cards here. The green might look a little funny. We've got a green screen going on, so it's oh no, it's not even bad. I was worried it'd be semi-transparent, but so that's the wood, and then we got the fire cards down there as well.
So one of the cards that we have is a block. It prevents all cards from being played on you except for the shuriken. The shuriken actually avoids all gameplay whatsoever and just goes straight into someone's damage pile.
Oh. Direct damage.
Luckily,
Because it's a shuriken.
Because it's shuriken. You're not stopping that with your hand. Luckily, this doesn't do a massive amount of damage. It's just based on the number of players in there. So go straight into your damage pile. The wild card can be placed on any combat pile. Mm-hmm. It takes on the element that it beats. So in this case, it would take on a fire.
Yep.
Also, just based on the number of players, but they are large numbered cards. So most likely, you're going to determine who will be taking damage that round. The reversal just lets you swap 2 combat piles. So if you go, oh my goodness, you've now given me this massive amount of damage, you can just swap that to someone else and sit there with a pretty little one.
I like it.
The last thing is a tonfa. So if I have the tonfa and play that, I get to draw a top card into my hand, and all I have to do is discard a card to keep my hand limit that same.
Okay.
And that's the basics of play.
So I see someone in chat asking, can the wild card be played on a block?
It cannot.
Okay.
So this would be played on top of your combat pile. The block was just there to confuse you. So the block is the only one that kind of just stays out in front until the end of the round.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to do my terrible shuffling that I always do.
I shuffle the same way, so I'm not going to judge.
We've
It's
had
a thing.
discussions about the proper ways. Do it 7 times. Do a cut. I just kind of go, it is what it is.
If you don't know where the cards are, it's fine.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Okay.
they said 7 times because somebody got a grant to do a study of how many times to shuffle a deck of poker cards,
Yeah.
and it was 6 point something. Somebody paid somebody to
Yeah.
figure that out.
Mhm.
I'm going to say it doesn't matter what the shuffling is. That guy is the true winner of every game.
Oh my gosh,
Doesn't
yes,
matter.
absolutely. Here, so I
Okay.
don't know if you want to move that out of your way, but all right. So you have your hand that you're going to be playing with the entire rest of the game. So you're just going to choose one, place it face down. A house rule we have, but is encouraged but not necessary, is we make ninja noises when we reveal our cards, because that's what
I'm
you
in.
do.
But strategy-wise, I'm looking for a.
It depends. At the beginning of the game, we don't have any active combat piles. So at this point, some people come out really strong and like to do damage. I feel like that's a great way to make enemies right out the gate, and then they like to take revenge. So some people start low, so that way they could start building up those combat piles.
Okay.
I kind of usually stick to the middle of the road.
Okay.
All right, so we'll place that. And San Ni Ichi. Yeah! All right. The 2 is the lowest card here, so it's going to go first. I'm going to place this on your combat pile right there. So we have active combat. You will go next, so you can place it on yourself, which would be silly, but you can also place it on my combat pile. So because the 3 is the highest card.
3 is not.
So
low.
I played a shuriken. So I get to just go directly to someone's damage pile. then.
Correct. So flip it right over, and it'll give us 1 point, couple points of damage. 2
Okay,
points
so
of damage.
I'm gonna give that to Julie.
All right. So that goes straight into your damage pile. And that's it for the round. So we move on to the next card. So the 3 is going to take damage, and the 2 is going to stay out. So now we can build upon that. So the wood can beat the water, or maybe you think one step in advance where someone may put out wood. So we're going to use fire to burn that in a subsequent pile. Okay.
She's giving me the death stare
3,
over there now.
2, 1.
Yeah.
Whatcha!
Oh,
All right.
Oh, she got me back with a.
Yes, she's not too happy with that shuriken.
She's not. She's not.
All right, so fire's going to act first.
So
Shurikens were fired.
put right there in your
Correct.
combat pile.
So since I have water, I'm actually going to, unfortunately, use the counter move. So I can place on top of myself and rechannel that energy to your combat pile.
Well, I'm
So
still
you
gonna
may
do that.
No,
want
you want to give it to her now?
I don't.
Oh,
We can
oh.
all
know.
share the damage.
We can share the damage. It's fine.
All right, so the 4 is the highest top card. That also gets taken as damage into
Okay.
your damage pile now.
It's
Oh.
just the top card.
Hold on.
and then
I'm
this one.
behind
The whole
right now.
pile.
Whole pile. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready now.
All right. And San Ni Ichi. Whatcha! All right, I want no part of this battle.
Oh.
I feel good having
Oh.
nothing here, so
So I can't give you.
you can't give me an elemental attack, unfortunately.
Sorry, Julie.
So I can draw the top of any combat pile
Yep.
and discard a card from my hand.
So that could be your own.
So I draw.
Take that, and then you may discard that or any other card from your pile.
And then I discard any other card
Any other card from your hand.
from my hand.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And do I have to reveal
So
it?
that will just nope, you don't have to reveal it.
Okay.
We'll keep sneaky like that. So that gets discarded, and we
And this goes.
and that goes into the discard as well. The 2 is the highest card, so you take that
Aw.
little bit as damage.
Aww.
Not too bad though, not too bad. All right.
Yeah, sure.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Yeah.
Ooh, very aggressive. Okay. So in the case of a tie, we have these little A, B's, and C's. A
Yep.
is going to act first.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to place this on you, knowing full well it may get reversed back to me in the end, but I think that's a risk I'm willing to take. So now in this instance, if this were the end of the round, both piles would be scored as damage. But you have
I have a
the
reversal
ability
here.
to manipulate this board.
Julie, I want to reverse combat piles with you. I mean, it doesn't make sense for me to reverse
Absolutely.
it with Elise, but you know.
So in a 3-player game, this is the only time that's applicable where you can reverse with an empty pile. So now, unfortunately, we both take this damage. I'm a little angry now, so I might come out a little more aggressively. And San Ni Ichi. Ooh, okay. You are first. Burn, baby, burn.
Huh. Disco Inferno. This is gonna be bad for me. I know it is. I'm gonna play it on yours, Elise. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I understand. It's the ninja way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes
Saw
a lot
that
of sense.
coming.
See, I feel like she has more damage than you, so I'm going to
Yep.
burn that wood,
Yep.
and then you could take that entire pile.
Oh, that felt real good.
My problem is I'm not good at card counting, so I immediately forget how much damage people actually have. So oftentimes I'll be like, oh, they have a giant stack. It's fine. It's all 2s and 1s. They win the game.
Yeah.
Just try to mitigate that damage as much as I can. All right, 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
Yeah. Oh, that's an 11. That's
Okay.
a high number there.
So this is where I get into the social threats of the game. I go, listen, you don't want any of this. Maybe you don't put any of that water on this pile. But it's up to you guys. All right, so you're going to act first. Very smart. So I think this card is your last card because that was the one that you
Correct.
were supposed to pick up into your hand.
I'm gonna wind up taking it either way. I feel so.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I mean,
right.
I'm sorry for myself. I'm sorry, self. I set myself up for
So
failure there.
I will give you that. It's not going to do a lot of damage in our game. It's only going to do 2 points, but it will score this round. All right, so
Okay.
last round.
And this
That stays out. 3, 2, 1.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm going to act first. I'm going to place on top of myself and transfer that to you
So then,
in the hopes that someone
but if
will add fire.
I add fire there myself,
But
I
is
can
it
transfer
your
it
turn
over.
next, or is it
You
my
can,
turn?
yes.
I have a lower number than you.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna play the fire there, and I'm just gonna give it right back.
It was a risk, but I knew it could shoot back at me.
Well, I'm certainly not going to give this to myself with that nice
Thank you.
free space
Thanks,
right
Julie.
there.
All right, so that's the end of the game. 4 is going to score. Everything that's still out just gets discarded.
Oh man,
So now we take these, we add them up.
I have a feeling that I didn't win this one.
Oh, I didn't either. I'm pretty sure she won by a lot.
Okay.
Which is very rare because when you are the person showing the game, very often they like to bully you and pick on you because they think we're experts.
We've been playing now all weekend, so now we're just sniping.
Yeah. So
good.
Julie, how much damage did you take there?
So that's 5, 10, and then 12.
Not bad, not
Yeah,
bad.
I got 9 plus another 4, so that's 13 plus another 4, so I got 17 damage there.
Not too bad. I lucked out very much so this game, and I managed to get out of there with only 7 damage.
So I'm the beat up ninja this time. It figures when I'm actually going for lowest score, I get by far the highest score. This is my luck with playing games right now.
Or maybe you're the Naruto of the situation where the more you get beat up, the more it motivates you to just do better.
We'll go with that. I like
Sure.
that. I like that. So thank you so much for showing off San Ni Ichi. That's 3, 2, 1 in Japanese, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So we really like this because it scales really well even as a 6-player game. That's about the same time it's going to take. It moves really fast, and it just is a lot of fun.
Fantastic. And you brought some...
I did. I brought a few games that we can give away.
Giveaway copies.
Yeah.
So-
All right. So all of you watching at home, I said it a little bit before, but for every minute that you're watching, you're going to get digital points that you could use to buy some raffle tickets to enter for the giveaways for San Ni Ichi, and we'll be drawing the winners for that later on in the day today. But thank you all for watching at home, and I guess most importantly, where can we find San Ni Ichi?
So San Ni Ichi is available from our website, ironmarkgames.com. But if you're a subscriber to Crunchyroll and a couple other little websites like that, you can pick up the copy as well.
Nice.
Fantastic. So is there anything else that you want to say about the game today?
Yeah, we're doing a couple other things too. We have a Kickstarter coming out in May for our 2-player robot fencing game called The Duel. And then we're also doing mega games around the Northeast. We did The World Turned Upside Down, which is an American Revolution themed mega game at the con here.
Cool.
And we're hoping to find new spots to do it as well in 2018.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
And thank all of you for watching at home. Stay tuned for more live coverage from PAX Unplugged. But signing off for now, this is Matt.
And Elise.
I'm Julie.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.